Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Just as a reminder, I go live tomorrow, Wednesday, the 17th. The stream will start at 8 a.m. Central Time. I hope you can make it. Let's get to the intro. Let's get into trading. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. Okay, excited for the trading day today. Let's take a really quick look at our charts. I've always got the oil on the left-hand side of the chart. We've had pretty much a steady decline, so a mini downtrend here in oil this morning. But I would say for the last about almost 2.5 hours, it has been ranging. The same thing with gold. Gold has actually been ranging a lot for a longer time, since about 2 o'clock in the morning here. And we are, though, currently, even though I think we made, it was probably an equal low. We are in a slight uptrend, but still consider this a pretty rangy market right now for gold and in oil. Quickly taking a look at our trades from yesterday. As I stated in my video from last night, we did get an inside bar here in gold at 845, closed at 850. This one went for a loss. It was a little unfortunate just because the next bar, even though it was not an inside bar, you could just kind of see here the consolidation, the market indecision, and then we get this huge move down that we were just a little early to the game on that one, but definitely like the momentum play off of those inside bars in gold. And in oil, just one trade yesterday, we got this inside bar right here at 850, close at 855. We get activated into the short. This was 20 ticks. Beautiful trade in oil. For those of you that watched my video from yesterday, you guys saw that that I did close out that trade early. And the reason why I did that was pretty much halfway through the trade, or pretty close to the end of the trade, I had realized that my my entry orders, I should say my stops, were on this inside bar right here and not this source bar right here. So I might have actually taken a few ticks more than what my take profit would have been. But just wanted to clarify that for anyone that watched that video yesterday and was maybe a little confused on that trade. As far as the Rob reversal is concerned, we got a valid setup at 1045 to go short. Unfortunately, this thing reverses on us, knocks us out for 35 ticks. We do get that move down here, which is what we were hoping to off of this setup, but again, a little early on that one. We then do get another setup here at right around noon, 12:15. We get activated into the short. Not only does this thing go for 35 points, but if you were trailing this move, you probably would have got somewhere in the neighborhood of 220 points. So this was a fantastic second trade in the Rob reversal yesterday. As far as the levels, actually our dashboard currently sits at $50,445. Took, I think, a $17 or $19 small loss there yesterday. In the levels, this is the ES. We are currently sitting at a level at 51.18. The level right closest to price action right now is at 51.06. We got a strong level at 50.91, and then we've got a really big gap on this downward move that was overnight. And this gap starts pretty much from 51.28 all the way up to 51.55. So this is an area that I probably would not be trading right now, but this is definitely something that I can see us either tapping into or filling this gap here this morning. If we take a look at the NQ, it's right here. We are in a much bigger gap that we are currently in price action. We have not filled it completely, We do have a level here inside of the gap. It's 17,811. Our next gap right above us, which is pretty similar to the ES, 17,955 and 18,011. Above that, we've got a very strong level at 18,104, and below that, we have a very strong level at 17,665. And lastly, the YM. The YM is currently sitting at a very strong level at 38,237. Again, we've got a small gap above us, same as in all of the other equity markets, 38,313 and 38,364. Below that, we do have some trading opportunities at 38,116 and 38,049. Again, all of these levels can be found on my Discord. I post these each and every morning. This eval currently sits at $52,634. So pretty close to funding that one, but we will see. We'll take one trade at a time. And honestly, the ES to me, or the YM, looks to be the easiest chart for price action to trade this morning. All right, let's see here what we can take out of gold and oil and see if we get any Rob reversals. I'll keep you guys updated. Trades are going to come up right after this. See you in a little bit.
Order canceled.
Okay, so here is my first trade this morning, and it is an oil session 1, which I started trading yesterday. Here we get activated into a long based off of that red inside bar that you can see there. Obviously, my stop loss is placed on the source bar, which is that white up bar that you see to the left of the inside bar. Stop loss goes to the bottom of that bar. Based on that distance in ticks, that's exactly what I am looking for as a take profit as well. So oil here had been ranging. We had kind of hit this range, the top end of this range, about 5 or 6 times. It's kind of tapped into it. So I kind of knew that it was kind of ready to make, somewhat of a move. Obviously you're getting into an area that price action is kind of had a hard time getting through. So there is a little bit of risk on this trade, but again, based on my feeling on the strategies, this is something that I feel very confident on these inside bars on, grabbing indecision. Now, on the right-hand side of the chart, we do have a setup here that is forming in gold. So, the one thing about trading session 1 in session 1 in oil is that many times you will have oil and gold going in at the same time. So there I've adjusted my bracket orders in gold, and now I'm just looking for oil to make this final push for its full take profit. And right there I reduce my risk in half, and now it's just a matter of time before buyers push in and take this to full take profit. Right there, beautiful trade in oil session 1. Now I'm obviously putting all my concentration here in gold. Again, I also moved my stop loss to 50%, so pretty much half my position, half my risk, and got a little risky there just because of price action. But we then get a really nice move up. Buyers really step in, take this also to full take profit. Great morning day. All right, well, actually a pretty damn good day of trading today, and needed it. I needed a continuation, that's for sure. Where do we start? Let's take a look at our trade from gold, which you just saw. Again, we get inside bar, very simple setup, 815, close to 820. We get activated into the long, 29 ticks, full take profit, beautiful trade in gold. If we take a look at oil, we only had one trade, one setup this morning, and that was an oil session 1. We get the inside bar at 810, close 815. We get activated into the long. Obviously, you guys saw the trade just now. 19 ticks, full take profit, beautiful trade. No setup here in session number 2. Now, let's take a look at the Rob reversal, which I'm bringing up my cash account. So you guys, this shows $219 on here, which was great. Now, let me explain what happened. Not here. So we took a loss here off of the long setup at 11.15. So we took 2 micros. So I think this is, if I do the math, $80. But it's not this that I wanted to talk to you about, because I did something a little different here today. It was this setup actually right here at 10 a.m. Obviously, there was not a setup, but I was feeling like there was going to be a short setup right here. And I actually liked this short setup so much that it was right exactly at 10 to 10:15. I know I was leaving to work. And what I did was I actually made a few changes to how I took this, how I took these entries. And what I did was I enabled the trailing stop on the strategy. So typically I'm looking for 35 points stop loss, 35 points take profit. That's how I've been trading this for the last 6 months. Fantastic. Now, why did I like this setup so much? I don't know. There was something about this setup right here that I actually didn't end up setting up, which I'm glad I didn't, because I would have taken a loss. But there was something about here that I really felt like the market really wanted to move it wanted to move down. That was my thought process there. So I actually went into the settings, and what I did was I adjusted my let me turn this off so you guys can see this. Hold on one second. I gotta close this. Strategies. Take this off. Now I can go back in here. All right. So I enabled the trailing stop, and the main reason for that is that I saw that move from yesterday that was like 240 points, and I really felt like we were going to get almost the very similar scenario. So what I did is I moved my profit target to 280 ticks, still keeping my stop loss exactly the same at 35 points, but I doubled this. So I doubled this to 70 points for take profit and 35 points for my stop loss. So meaning that if it hit 280 ticks of profit, it would automatically cancel out, or it would be using the trailing stop. And that has worked out. The trailing stop has worked out really, really well, especially in March. So that was kind of what I was thinking there. And boy, did that help me, because I took obviously an $80 loss right here. But then we got another setup at 12:30, took that to the short, and sure shit, I mean, the trailing stop didn't help, didn't need it. It hit the full 70 points, which is why I've got this up to $219 in the green today for this cash account. So that is fantastic. And I do trade, I have 2 cash accounts. If you guys remember, I did those small account challenges using the Bob Anderson Gold Line bots. So I had another cash. I have 2 cash accounts with NinjaTrader. One is my main one that I trade oil and gold, and I've been trading the second one with just the Rob reversal. So this one took 219, and I am green on the other account, $290 today. So today was a fantastic day in the cash account, which I really need. I really needed it from last week to really build that back up. And on the evals, I took $115 profit, so that was great. And on the levels, so today turned out to be a really nice day. That we're looking at the YM. If I bring this out here and bring this guy out here, there was a gap above us. All of these I listed out. I took a trade, made $184 on that, but I did not take it in I did not take it in the NQ. I took it in the ES. So I'll show you guys that trade. Posted that in Discord as well. But here was that line that I had drawn out already from this morning, which was the top of this gap. And this thing just all day was right on this level. If we take a look at the YM, here were my levels from this morning. Hit the level right to the tick, great trading opportunity. Hit to the tick, great trading opportunity. So, I mean, in level to level, all the way through. And on the ES, which is the one that I also took this morning, I painted this and I put this on in Discord. Took the bounce. Actually, this candle opened right here. I took a long and pretty easy trade right off of my level that I had listed out this morning at 50.91. And honestly, I should have just left this right to my level that I had drawn out. I would have funded the account already, but we sit at 52,819. So I think I'm about 180. Let's just say $200 with the commissions and stuff like that. So, but really good trading opportunities here almost all morning. Level. Went under a little bit on the level, came right back to it, right back down to it, hit the secondary level right here. So, I mean, and this is where price action ended, right on this level. And all of these I gave to you guys early this morning. So tomorrow we'll probably have this gap. Let me see if this touched this gap. Nope, it did not. So tomorrow we will probably have some trading opportunities over here as well. Remember, I am going to be going live tomorrow. The stream starts at 8 a.m. It's a great opportunity for you guys to come in, ask any questions that you might have. Again, I'm going to try to be a little bit more detailed, in depth on how I kind of come up with these levels. And you never know, maybe we'll get a trade in here tomorrow morning that helps me fund this account, which would be awesome. So looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.